So imagine this. You got your first ever pair of Doc Martens and you are already obsessed. You practically wear them every day for the first month, then the second month, then the third, then the sixth, then the whole year. Then suddenly you look down. Your Doc Martens aren't just dirty, they are nasty. You don't even know where to start with cleaning them. That's where I come in. Here is how to properly deep clean a pair of Doc Martens. Now you might be wondering, why should you trust me? Well, here are my credentials. I've owned a pair of Doc Martens for 3 years and this is their current state. As you can see, they're quite clean, no major damage, no major creases. I've kept them in very good shape. So trust me, your Doc Martens are safe in my hands as long as you follow my presentation. So, the goal by the end of this tutorial is that you will have fully clean Doc Martens that look significantly better. The main steps are going to be to get rid of obvious dirt, clean with leather cleaner, condition with leather conditioner, and then, if necessary, do the optional detail work steps. So, let's get into the meat of the presentation. The prerequisites here are that you should have very dirty Doc Martens that have problems in a variety of ways. If you just have a problem here or there, something small, I'd recommend going to a different tutorial. This is a deep clean. So, the supplies you'll need are water, a toothbrush, leather cleaner, leather conditioner, at least 6 washcloths, maybe more depending on your preference. And then for the optional steps, you'll need rubbing alcohol, Q-tips, any brand, doesn't really matter, detergent, and a washing machine. So now let's get into the first step. The first step is to get rid of major pieces of debris. The easiest and fastest way is to just hit the boots together a couple times. That will get any clumps of mud off. From there, according to bootworld.com, it might sound kind of obvious, you just rub with a damp cloth, with the emphasis not being a soaked cloth, because leather and water don't really agree, and water can actually damage leather if it's left for a prolonged period of time. So, rub with a damp cloth all over to loosen any little clumps left over. And if you can't reach into the crevices, like on the sides of the soles, use a toothbrush like in this photo here. And that should get most of it out. From there, dry immediately. The biggest mistake I see here is that people allow it to air dry, which once again, not good because prolonged exposure to water is just not good for leather. So now we're done with this step, and let's get into the more advanced step. Washing with leather cleaner. So leather cleaner is expensive, but it is a very good investment. You don't need to get the Doc Martens kind. You can just get any kind of gentle leather cleaner. Then the first step is going to be to remove the laces so that you can get to every part of the shoe. Put the leather cleaner on a non-coarse washcloth because we don't want to damage the leather, and just patiently rub in circular motions until you've covered the entirety of the exterior of the shoe. From there, you'll use a damp washcloth to wipe away all of the soap, and then fully dry with a dry washcloth. This is the same thing. Don't let it air dry. It is not good for the leather. From here, a lot of people say, my docs look good, I'm done, but you cannot stop here. A critical step is to condition the leather. Otherwise, your leather will crack. So you just start with a small amount of leather conditioner on, once again, a non-coarse washcloth. Less is more. I know this is expensive, and you can just go back and add more later. And just rub it, once again, circular motion until it fully covers all of the shoe. And according to Jonathan Wells, a shoe expert at Gentleman's Journal, you should leave the shoes to air dry after conditioning, generally for a minimum of 20 minutes, but oftentimes most people leave them for a little bit more. And the interesting thing here is that you should wipe some of the excess away, especially if there's like a sheen of conditioner on your shoes. But the conditioner actually provides a very nice protective membrane for your shoe against outside forces. So definitely don't wipe it all away. That's sort of just up to you, the amount. So now, if you follow these steps, your shoes are probably in pretty good shape. But if you want to go the extra mile, I have some optional steps here for you. So cleaning the laces. This is a great, really easy step. The laces aren't delicate. You just put them in with a load of laundry. I recommend cold settings due to potential color bleeding. Air dry them and relace. The next step is a little bit more advanced, but very, very doable. If you have some hard to get off scuffs, just put a Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol, firmly rub that on only the scuff, and then wipe off with a damp cloth and dry the area. The biggest mistake here is letting the boots have prolonged exposure to rubbing alcohol. It is by far the most dangerous agent that we're working with here, and it will dry out the leather quite a lot. So take it off as soon as possible. It's fine when we're just using it for a scuff, but don't let it have prolonged exposure. So at this point, your dock should look really good. Let's just review. The major steps are to remove major debris, clean with leather cleaner, then condition with leather conditioner, and if needed, you can do the optional steps. At this point, I hope that your docks are significantly cleaner and you have a better idea of how to take care of them. Thank you so much. Have a good day.